Hallo. Kijk, Ian Burger krijgen.
That one pillow to take on my bum.
Hello, everyone. I've got Peter in the background who's going to stay extremely quiet and not bother us. If you have a pillow, please go grab one because you know we like to chill out. We're going to do wide-legged stretches today and hold that, but I'll give you all the adjustments they need. Maybe you should switch that off.
No.
Because I can see the movement and it bothers. Anyway, so yes, get yourself a pillow and lie yourself down on your backs. Roll yourself down, lengthen out your spine, shrug your shoulders back and down on the mat, pillow underneath, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. And start to control your breathing. Just take your hands on your ribs and feel that moving up and down. Tuck your chin in a little bit and relax. In and out, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Normal breaths for now, just start to regulate it, start to think about the breathing instead of thinking of anything else. Just feel that breath going in through your nose if you can, and out through your mouth. Wiggle yourself if your back is sore, and you can take your legs down as well if your back allows it, but do keep it up. If your back doesn't allow it, hands on your ribs. And just feel that breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Tuck your chin and relax your back. Relax everything. Feet out. Legs relaxed. Breathing controlled. And as soon as you start to get with that inhale and exhale feeling, that up and down feeling in your ribs, start to just take a little bit of a longer breath, and not too long so that you kind of feel hyperventilated. Just a tad longer, maybe take in a little bit more breath, a little bit more than you're used to. Just expand those lungs. And on the exhale through the mouth, just push it down so that it feels like almost all the breath has left you. I wouldn't spend too much time on this, but just that slower than usual. Inhale through the nose. Fill your lungs with that air. See if you can get more space in the lungs. And exhale through the mouth, going down into a deeper out than what you're usually used to. And just keep doing that. Close your eyes, tuck in your chin, relax your shoulders, bum and feet. And keep doing that. Complete full of the lungs and complete clearing of the lungs with your inhale and exhale. Think about that, feel it. See if it's comfortable or not. Don't do it to a point where you start to feel you want to cough or something's burning or it's just not feeling natural. And then take your arms next to your sides, shrug your shoulders back. If you are on a pillow, it's not going to go back all the way to the floor, so don't worry too much about that. Just shrug it back as much as you can. And we're going to add some arms to this big breath in. We're also going to add a little bit of spinal flexion and extension. So on the inhale through the nose, we're going to lift up the arm, keep the shoulders back and down, arch the back, go for that big breath. If your shoulder is sore, if this is a rotation that you can't do, just leave your hands on the floor and forget about that. And exhale it down to the floor, the whole breath down. We're going to do 2 more of these where we lift up the ribs, keep the shoulders back and down, arch the back a little bit, not too much, and just keep moving with that. Use your navel to spine tuck to bring your arms back down to the floor on that exhale. That helps a little bit with the exhale if you keep that navel to spine tuck and go all the way back, shoulders down. Rotate back. If you can't touch the floor, just hold it there. Bend your arms, take it back. It doesn't matter. Leave it next to your sides if you 1, 2, and all the way down to the floor. The next one we are going to do is we're going to keep the tuck, and we're not going to arch the back. We're not going to arch the ribs. We are going to focus on keeping that navel to spine tuck. So pull that belt tight around your lower abs, navel to spine. Neutralize that back. So you're not pushing it into the floor, but you're also not arching it more than your natural curve. So it's more of a natural arch, but still pushed in. There's still action there in your lower abs. You're going to keep that action in your lower abs. You're going to keep that rib tug in feeling. And we're going to just test this serratus anterior motion. So bring your knees in underneath your feet. Make sure that spine is nice and neutral. Everything is tucked in. Your fist is going to be on your legs, shoulders back and down, thumbs sticking up into the air. That's a nice little guide. And you're just going to keep the shoulders back and down, keep the ribs tucked in, try not to move the shoulders, and just see if you can take your thumbs to the floor. If you can't, that's fine. Take a note. I can't take my thumbs to the floor without either arching my back or lifting up my shoulders or doing some sort of compensation pattern to get the thumbs down. That's a good note to make. There's nothing wrong if you can't do it. It's not something you should worry about. Just keep doing that. Inhale and exhale it down. Inhale the arms over and exhale it down. One more time. Inhale the arms, but don't arch the back, don't flare the ribs, and don't shrug the shoulders up to your ears and back to the bottom. You're going to hug in your left leg nice and close to your chest. You can take the opposite foot down a little bit further or take it to the floor completely. This is up to your ability and your hip flexors where you want to take that, the straight leg. So don't worry too much about that. Shrug it into your chest, nice and close. Inhale, let go a little bit. Exhale, shrug it in. Navel to spine, get that posterior tilt in your pelvis. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, bring it nice and close. Inhale, let go. And last one in, straighten out that leg to the ceiling, only to where you can take it. Grab behind your hamstring, relax your foot, shake it out. And we're going to do a little bit of ab work just to get it going. It's not going to be too tough, so you should be able to do it. So this leg, nice and straight, 90 degrees above the hip. If you can't have it straight, it's obviously okay if you bend it a little bit. Your hands where you can reach without lifting up your shoulders, your neck, and just hold it there. You're not going to grab the leg, you're going to just use it as a guide, so you're going to slide up. So we're going to exhale, slide up, lift up the neck, tuck in the chin, and just slide to where you can, and exhale it down. Take a breath there because I said the wrong breath. We are going to exhale up. Exhale up, squeeze everything right up that leg, and inhale it down. Use that control in your tummy to slide it down and relax your shoulders into the floor. Exhale, slide it up till you can't slide them more. See if you can go a little bit further, and inhale it down. Exhale, slide it up. And inhale, slide it down. Shrug the shoulders back. Hold for a breath. Keep this leg straight. Last one. Exhale, slide it up. And this time we're going to hold it there for a breath. And Inhale all the way down. Hug that knee in, nice and close to the chest. And take that foot to the floor. Bring the other leg in. Hug it nice and close to your chest. Make sure your back is okay before you slide the opposite leg down the mat if you want to. You don't have to shrug the shoulders back into the mat. Exhale your leg into your hands. And reverse, pushing it in. And wherever your breath is, push. And with the opposite breath, pull it in. And push it forward. And pull it in. With that, straighten your leg out to the ceiling, wherever it's comfortable, and just give it a pull. Hold that. Leg into place. Don't overstretch that, just release it a little bit. And breathe. So you're going to do exactly the same, straighten out that leg 90 degrees above the hips. You're not going to grab the leg in. We're literally just going to slide up with the exhale. Lift up our shoulders, tuck in your chin. Don't force this, don't grab. And all the way down on the inhale. Shrug the shoulders back into the mat. Exhale all the way up. Tuck your chin in. Use your abs to lift you. And exhale down. Shrug the shoulders back. Inhale down, sorry. Exhale all the way up. And inhale. Hold there for a breath. Keep that leg straight. With the next one we go up, we're just going to hold that for a breath. So exhale all the way up. Hold the height. Exhale, inhale. Exhale again. And on the inhale, roll it up. All the way to the floor. Bring that knee to the floor. Bring your feet in underneath your knees. And put your soles of your feet together. And open up your legs. And just let them fall to wherever they go. You can push them down if you want to, or you can just hold on to your hips or the side of the mat. Find a comfortable place. Tuck your chin in and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Now you can put your hands on your thighs and squeeze them down a little bit more. And just tuck that tailbone under a little bit. You should feel that stretch. Just tuck it in a little bit. Let that stretch. Shrug the shoulders back into the mat. Now just grab your hands on the outside, put your hands on the outside of your legs and bring your legs and squeeze them in back to the middle. Go onto your toes of your feet, walk them nice and close to your bum and place them down on the mat, spreading them out and squeezing your toes into the floor. You'll toe your feet to the side of the mat. Keep breathing, tucking your chin and drop your legs towards the left, wherever they go. Just go into that nice little twist. And all the way back to the middle. Make sure your back is okay, so move around. Tuck in your chin and drop your legs to the other side. Drop your knees and just feel that stretching into your leg, into your psoas. And enjoy that stretch. Nice little internal rotation of the back leg. So external on the front. So whichever one you feel inhibited is the one you're going to feel a little bit tense in. Try and relax that neck. You should not feel pain. So if there's a pain barrier there, ease it off and come back to the middle. And bring it back to the middle. Make sure your back is okay, navel to spine, feeling tucked in your chin. Shoulders down, and we're going to drop the legs again to the first side. Drop them down completely. Find your comfort zone. Keep your shoulders down on the pillow or on the mat. Tuck your chin in. And what I want you to do is walk back the back leg a little bit. That should immediately go into a stretch. So you're just walking that foot towards the opposite side, dropping the knee down, and that's quite a big stretch. So I don't want you to go for this one excessively if you cannot do it. So just keep it where it is. Breathe in and out, drop the shoulders back and down. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And don't get too worked up about that if it feels uncomfortable. Just take it back to the beginning. Some people have this amazing ability to have big internal rotation and they don't feel a thing, and other people don't. So don't push this. Now walk that feet back to the original place, which is more or less to the side of the mat. And then rotate it back. If that's a little bit sore, just wiggle it out in there. When you get back to the middle, make sure your back is okay. Do some spinal curls. Drop the shoulder back and down, tuck in the chin, and we're going to take it to the other side again. Find that drop, shoulders down, chin tucked in. Close your eyes and just breathe in and out. Get used to that feeling, especially off the back hip. Because that is quite a big internal rotation. I'm quite limited in my internal rotation, so I find this quite a challenge. I don't find this easy. I don't find this natural. I do think I've got a little bit of a stuck, my joint's a little bit stuck there. Now, if you are okay, you can just move this back foot to the side. So just away from the side of the mat, just move it out a little bit. Press that knee down. You can even move it up a little bit so that that knee goes into a bigger flexion. That's completely up to you. Just be careful not to push this too far. And breathe. And relax. If it's too far, bring it back. You want to breathe and relax into that. You don't want to feel like you're straining and you're wishing for this to get over. You want your legs to drop naturally. You can walk it out like a small inch distance at a time if you do feel you want to challenge yourself a little bit. But don't overstretch this or overdo this at all. Just shrug the shoulders back and try and relax. If you can't relax, bring that foot in a little bit. Now walk that foot back to the middle of the mat and rotate your legs back to the middle. Just shake it out if your knees are a little bit sore. Just make a note of that, especially on the medial side. Just make a note that you've got a little bit of a knee pain on an internal rotation with slight knee flexion in supine. Take your legs just a little bit, shake it out, and hug in your knees. Nice big hug in. We've got one little more exhale and inhale, tummy core work to do, and then we're going to go into a nice little split position. So shrug your shoulders up, grab your knees in nice and tight, drop your chin down, and hug yourself into that nice, tight little ball. Push your navel to spine. So you do have an active core in this position, even though you're holding on, and you can roll from side to side. Tuck in your chin. Just roll. Breathe in and out. It's not as easy to breathe in and out in this position because you are kind of squeezed into a ball and your lung is squeezed in. So just breathe where you can. Keep that navel to spine. And then take your head down. Try and keep your legs nice and closely tucked in. I cross mine over, it's just easier. Take a nice deep breath in and tuck that navel spine. Roll up, squeeze your abs in into that tight little ball and roll from side to side. And breathe. Exhale and inhale. And back to the middle. Drop your head down. Keep that tight little ball. And let go of your legs just a little bit. Enough so that you can just cross the legs over and propel yourself into a roll up. Roll yourself up. I'm going to put a pillow underneath my bum for this one just to feel how the forward shrug is going to feel today. So just, you can choose to do this flat on the floor or do this with the pillow, it doesn't matter. We are going to go into a wide-legged split. So for some people, so that kind of rotation for me is no problem. So I can easily go into this one and feel comfortable. Some people can't do this at all. They find it very uncomfortable. So you can just take one leg out and bring the other one in to ease off the pressure. Or you can just put the soles of your feet together and drop the knees down like that. If you find that easier, bring the feet nice and close. You can grab around your ankles because that's nice and strong and push it down like that. So you don't have to do a wide-legged split at all. You can just do whatever you need to do. I'm going to go for the wide legs because I find this not straining at all, but remember not to strain at all. So I'm just on a pillow a little bit to perch forward. So you can take your legs nice and wide, help them, get them into the position you want to get them in. Now, usually I can go a little bit further, but because this is a relaxation class, I'm going to just take it to where I think just before my end range for that external tilt adduction really of the hip. So that's more or less there. I still have a little bit of space to move. It's not completely on end range, and I'm just going to hold it there. So wherever your end range is, or just before that end range, because this is not an overly stretchy class, we're not pushing it, nor should we. So just sit in your position, grab your hands wherever it's comfortable, shrug your shoulders back, tuck your chin in, and just take a nice deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your chin and start to relax. Make sure that your legs are not straining and that you don't feel any pinching feelings up there in your pelvis. Make sure that you're comfortable. Shrug the shoulders back. We're going to flex the feet, engage the legs completely. Push the knee down into that knee extension. And we're going to lean forward with our shoulders. We're going to hold that. Drop our chin. Keep the legs engaged. Breathe normally there. And we're going to roll it up. Relax the feet down. And just find a neutral feet position. Wiggle your toes a little bit to make sure you've got that. We're going to put our hands next to our legs. So push against your legs. Put your hands flat on the mat. Shrug your shoulders back and down. So try not to do this where your shoulders comes up to your neck. You want to keep it pushed down a little bit. And you're just going to roll forward. You're not really going to put pressure into your hands. You're just going to roll it forward a bit and find a slight little stretch in your legs. Once you've got that roll, you tend to want to do this because you're focusing so much on your roll, you forget about your shoulders, so which is fine. So wiggle and roll if you are dipping your shoulders. Once you've got that straight back forward lean position and you've wiggled your toes enough, you can then push up from your shoulders. Keep it straight back. And just hold that slight forward lean of your torso. Tuck your chin in. Look to more or less the front of you. Don't look at your navel, so don't tuck it in that much. It's more of a pushing the back a little bit back, tucking the chin in, feeling and just hold that. And we're going to dip and push the shoulders while we're in this forward lean position. So we're going to inhale, lift up, squeeze the shoulders up, exhale, dip it down. Keep the back straight, so don't round out the tailbone. You're going to push it up. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, relax a little bit into the shoulders. Inhale, push it up. Exhale into the shoulders. Inhale, push it up. Hold it there. And just walk your hands forward a little bit. As you're walking it forward, just pivot to the front of your seat bone. So instead of pushing into your tailbone, which we will do later, you're kind of just keeping that back straight and rolling forward onto your seat bone. So if this is your pelvis like this, you're literally rolling it down. Keep the back straight and just start to walk your hands up until you feel like you're very close to your end range, but you can hold this position for a while. Once you've found that, then give yourself some time. Move around a little bit. Get those waists stretched out. Push maybe your quads into the floor. Just feel where it's comfortable and where it's stiff. Roll a little bit. And then when you found kind of a place where you're comfortable but still stretching slightly, hold it there, shrug your shoulders back. Hold that position back straight. Close your eyes, tuck your chin in slightly, push your head back, look straight ahead of you in your eyesight. So that's a diagonal line maybe to where your fingers is. And take a nice big inhale. Hold the torso as is. Maybe tuck your navel to your spine and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you did single legs, you can now switch and do exactly the same. Come back into this position. So if you were in a single leg stretch, you can now quickly switch position while we're breathing in the double leg. And exhale. If you were holding your feet together, you can light up a little bit, but then just go down. It's exactly the same torso movement. A little bit less of a movement because your feet's in, but still a slight forward stretch is all you're looking for. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Push the shoulders back and down. Now, if you want to, see if that stretch has eased off a little bit. Now again, move around a little bit until you find just before the end range, just before it gets to a point where you can't hold that position. Keep your navel to spine. Keep your back straightish. Keep your shoulders back and down, or pushed forward. Mine is pushed forward, so you can't back and down it, but you're not doing this. It's not lifting to your ears, it's down. And once you find your end range, hold that. Take a nice deep breath in, look straight ahead, diagonally towards your hands, I mean. And exhale. Inhale through your nose or mouth. And exhale. Inhale. If this stretch is too much for you, you probably took it to end range, so just ease off. It will feel so much nicer if you do. So please don't take it to a point where you're thinking, oh, just stop breathing, we have to get out of this. Ease it off and enjoy that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly start to walk it back. And as you walk it back, you're pushing back like you would in a downward dog. You're pushing back. You're walking your arms back. Strong, straight, extended elbows until you come relatively close to your legs again. And now you're going to push back into that tailbone. So you're rounding out the back. You're leaning back a little bit, dropping your chin down. And you're going to roll it forward. And this time you're going to push the tailbone back. So you're not coming with a straight back. You're keeping that tailbone pushed back. You're rounding out your back. And you're just rolling forward until you find end range, which is a little bit easier if you're not rolling over the seat bones. So just push the tailbone back, round out the back. Find your end range. You can drop your head a little bit now. Shoulders back and down. Hold just before you find end range. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Shrug the shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Start to walk that back again. Now, if that was too much for you, you probably took your legs too wide, overdone a little bit for the stretchy class, but otherwise you should be okay. I want you to help your legs in with your hands because that's quite a big hip stretch. Bring yourself into bent legs or wherever you're comfortable. If you can't bend your legs, put them in diamonds. Do anything you need to do, straighten out in front of you. It doesn't matter. Shrug the shoulders back, sit nice and high. Open up the palms of the hands towards the ceiling, tuck in your chin. Hold that position. Now, I do know some of you love going into a full or half lotus. I'm okay with half lotus. I can't go any further than that. So I'm going to just drop my foot down in that half lotus. I'm going to come back. I'm going to straighten out my spine, tuck in my navel to spine. Open up my palms to the ceiling. Just regulate your breathing. And I want you to inhale your shoulders up to your ears and exhale your shoulders down. Drop them down as far as you can. Keeping the palms open. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Drop them down. Drop your hands next to your sides. Drop your chin. You can wiggle your neck a little bit. You can do a little C curve. Anything to just loosen up. And then come back to the middle. Take a nice deep breath in. Keep the shoulders down. Lift up. Look up towards your hands. Reach. And then bring your hands into your chest. Lift up your chest. Drop your neck down. We're going one more time. You're going to open up, scoop up the air. Lift up. Reach up with your chin, your eyes. Grab all those and stretch out a little bit. Bring your hands together, connect them. And as your hands come down, your head follows your hands down towards your chest lifting up until you're in your prayer position. Shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, you are done for today. I will see you all the morning class. I will see you tomorrow morning. But for these classes, they're back on Monday evening. Have a lovely weekend. I hope you feel relaxed and slightly stretched. See you either tomorrow or this Monday coming. Bye.
I'm very short. Of course it's short.
Dat is een half uur.
I'm not very short, mate.